Unfortunately, there won't be any racing in this video, but I do get to learn about the new Precision Turbo and how CO2 makes more boost. Okay, let's take a step back and figure this out. What are you going to do now that you're taking a step back? I don't know. Can I give you some advice? Absolutely! First, take a look at how much oil came out of the engine by taking a look into the oil pan. Then seeing if that is the correct amount that also came out of the empty oil bottle. The oil pan's right here, 1 second. So it says it's right below 10 quarts. You said 10 quarts? And it looks like you're a little low on oil according to what the container says. So it looks like I didn't put enough oil in, and that's what caused the other turbo to be ruined. What is this new turbo that you were talking about in your last video? This! So this is a precision cast 7675 turbo with a 81 AR T4 open 4-bolt and can produce upwards of 1150 horsepower. Also with this precision turbo, it was built with the LS enthusiast in mind. This features a 360-degree hydromatic bearing system for great reliability and increased thrust capacity. The turbocharger is available with 2 different turbine housings, a T481 and a T496. I went with the T481 because it will give me better spooling and also on the short end, when the 96 usually are a lot better for top end acceleration. Holy crap, you're gonna go way faster! Yup. And speaking of efficiency, I have the CO2 hooked up, so now we can finally run that 9-second pass. I can't wait to watch that video. Go inside the car, we have everything tightened up nicely. I did the sensor off of the power tab, which gives me the 5-volt. I want to do it right instead of splicing into the actual harness itself. I have the air line coming right underneath right here, follows all the way along there, comes up to both of the MAC valves right here. The one on the right is a supply, and that comes right into the bottle that I have clamped up to the roll bar. But I am gonna try to find some actual roll cage mounts, and I don't know if you guys know this, if I can mount it sideways here or like at an angle. If you guys know, let me know. But then I also have the wiring coming down in the back all the way down, and then that comes down underneath the carpet out on this side. Both solenoids are powered into there, and then the rest of them come down through here and go out either to an output or input for the Holley system, or it's going out to the sensor. like that, the new turbo is finally on, and now I finally have the right way to go from the turbo into the bottom of the wastegate. I have the air coming to the top of the wastegate or dome. Got the pressure sensor on there. Looks good. The new precision turbo on that. So it's running fantastic. That turbo going. And everything's good. It sounds good. I might need to look at the clicking inside of the valve train so I can see what it is. But everything's looking a lot better. At 66, 65 pounds of oil pressure. Fuel pressure's at 56, looking good. Because obviously the negative on the boost up there in the red. But that closed comp, that's like all over the place right now. Stinks off of that second one. Blew the coupler off. So I'm gonna go fix that. Thought that was on tight enough. Alright, now that we have that fixed, let's turn it on, let it do its thing, and see if we can get two steps out of it. That's why we would test it. That's why you do a two-step check. So the second testing went well. That's still on there. Had no problems with it. And that turbo spools up so much faster than the other one that I had from ON3. Like, it's crazy. I just love the turbo noises it makes. But hey guys, thanks for watching. Sorry there's no racing in this one, but next video we'll have some racing so we can test out the new turbo and the CO2 on this. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. You want to see something cool? Let's start this up. Good old carburetor. Your little pump, tease.